Welcome back to episode 9 of Inactive Listening. If you're new here, we are your hosts, Logan,
Walter,
and a guest
and
person on the
and
show.
someone else.
Yep, a little
special guy.
This is Seth. I think we've mentioned him before in other episodes.
Apparently, I've heard. They've said some things.
I don't know. He's been in stories before, but
Yeah, it's only a little bit of slander.
which if he would listen,
It's not worse than that.
he would know exactly what we have said.
Right.
I have no clue. Could have said the worst things humanly possible.
Hey, well, people are listening, so if we said it and they still listened afterwards, they must have liked it.
Yeah.
So it's all right. Well, we've had a long week.
Yeah. I've got appy juice coursing through my veins still. I haven't peed it out yet.
It's such a random.
Well, it's
thing to
true.
say. All right. It was hot today. We're recording on a
week.
We were recording on a Sunday. Today we got out, went to the flea market, got
Yeah.
some cards, went to breakfast that Walter absolutely hated.
Worst breakfast of all time, according to Walter.
No, actually, Seth's hash browns are pretty good.
Okay.
Walter took Seth's hash browns.
In exchange for his free toast, I
Yep.
paid for the hash browns, and then he gave me free toast.
Well, I mean, I
exchange.
paid for the toast too. It just was part
No,
of the
Well,
whole
it
it's
came
part-
with
it
your meal,
comes
was
with
free.
it.
Yeah.
I paid extra for the extra hash
Right.
browns.
Well, actually, I paid for the hash browns because I paid you back.
That's true.
After you just stole them from me.
Yeah.
And then after that,
They were good.
went back to Walter's house, Walter's abode.
Hold up. No, I want to talk about the hash browns more.
Okay, fine. All right, fine.
Why are you so hung up on these hash browns?
Oh,
they were-
yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about the hash browns and how Walter put sugar on his hash browns. Let's talk about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's
You
the
did do
real
that.
criminal here.
Because we went to a breakfast place and no one got pancakes. I can't have pancakes, so I'm just used to other people getting them. And because of that, the maple syrup was noticeably absent from our table. And normally I sauce up my hash browns with some maple syrup
Why?
because it's yummy.
It is not.
Have you ever had it before?
Do you do it with
You ever had it
spaghetti
before?
too?
This guy never had ketchup on eggs before.
Okay, that is a lot less strange
And now
than...
you're saying it's really good because it is.
And it's less strange. It's like having ketchup on a hamburger versus like putting chocolate on my hamburger. Like, ooh, I like this.
You ever had chocolate on a hamburger?
Nope. And wouldn't have it.
You ever had peanut butter on a hamburger?
You ever had syrup on your spaghetti?
No.
You had to think about that. Because
I don't
it's something you would do.
Like, what are these analogies? You're just picking random
Well,
foods.
no, okay. They make sense.
You're just picking random
No, they make
foods
sense.
and other random foods.
What did we start with? We started
You start
with
with hash browns and maple syrup.
right, which is good. And then Logan said chocolate and hamburger.
Hmm. Yep.
That's-
That is what I said.
That one is weird. I don't understand how hamburgers relate to hash
Yeah,
browns. But when I said peanut butter and hamburger, that makes
that's
sense.
The same, that's the
It
same
does.
thing.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
It's
doesn't.
does.
the same
No,
as
it
chocolate
doesn't.
and hamburger. It's just a disgusting combo.
Yep.
No,
Yes. What do you mean no?
I think it makes
What
sense.
constitutes it as no?
Do you regularly eat peanut butter on burgers?
I've had it before. It's pretty good.
Okay. Well,
Okay. I thought that was just like a gross combo you were making up.
Well, it's good.
I bet it is. I bet your
Do you know
hash
what,
browns and
like-
sugar was
like-
good too.
Asian peanut sauce is.
Nope.
It tastes like peanut butter, and you put it on like protein.
So it's just peanut butter?
Well, it's like a really thin peanut butter. It's peanut butter on blood thinners.
It's not aware peanut butter had blood.
And
Learn
then you
something
said,
new every day.
you said, Logan, maple syrup on spaghetti.
Yes, from the hit movie Elf, buddy. Get
Buddy.
it?
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Thank you.
Maple syrup on spaghetti makes more sense than chocolate on hamburger, I think.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Equal
What do you put?
Equal.
What do you normally put maple syrup on?
pancakes?
What are pancakes made out of?
I don't know.
Wheat.
Cake?
Yeah, I think made out of wheat.
Cakes.
And what's spaghetti made out of?
Not cake.
Noodles.
Wheat
Noodles.
and grains. I think it
Not-
would taste
not-
really good.
It's not made out of pasta.
Yep.
Pancakes are not made out of pasta.
And you have pasta sauce in
pasta's
it,
not made out of pancakes. They're just two different things.
Okay. Would you ever put cereal in yogurt?
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh.
I would, like how you put like granola on yogurt. I would put cereal on yogurt as like a topping.
Sure. Yeah. What?
Oh, I thought you meant like a bowl
So, like,
of milk and
granola-
cereal and then putting yogurt in
No,
the
I'm not
cereal.
putting
as
them.
well.
I'm not mixing the milk and yogurt.
No,
and cereal.
no, that's
It's
disgusting.
just dry cereal
dry
on
cereal.
the yogurt.
Okay, sure, yeah.
If you have the standard is like put granola in yogurt, right?
Right.
Okay. It wasn't that big of a stretch to put cereal in yogurt then, right? It's like the next step up.
Yeah.
I
You ever
don't know if
had
it's
you ever
step
dipped your
up,
waffle
but-
in yogurt before?
A waffle in your yogurt?
Yeah.
No.
It tastes really good.
I think that wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
It's a little
Probably
weird,
a
but
lot
it's-
better than putting sugar on your hash browns. That's what I'm.
You ever had maple syrup and eggs?
No.
No.
It's
And whenever
also
it
really
does
good.
mix in on accident,
Yeah.
not really good. No, disagree. You have a starch and you have a sugar.
If you boil everything, every food item down to what
an atomic level.
what its food pyramid category is, then I think you can start making more connections. So like, yeah, the waffles and cereal and pancakes and anything else with wheat is like a grain. And so if one grain goes good with maple syrup, it stands to reason that the rest of them will too.
Yeah.
That's
But
my point.
I think that's just like an insane oversimplification.
You've never tried it before. None of you guys have tried it before. You've never had maple syrup on hash browns.
Would you ever have human feces on a hamburger?
No, I wouldn't. Because
Oh.
human feces is like the lack of
Well-
nutrients.
Okay, well, break it down.
Yeah.
Literally break it down.
Yeah.
Back, rewind the tapes.
Sure.
Human feces, what was it before? Hamburger. What?
So it's hamburger on hamburger. That's we're breaking it down, right? Into what it.
No, the hamburger was taken out by your body. It is now everything else that is
There's
not
still
good.
some
There's still
hamburger in
hamburger.
there.
There's-
Like corn. There's
Would
still
you-
some corn in there.
Would you eat human feces on corn?
As like a garnish.
Yeah.
No, I would not put fecal matter on my corn. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Would you put corn on your...
Okay, is poop in the food pyramid? No. I just talk about the food pyramid.
Is sugar?
For some animals. Right?
Ever heard of the
Humans
dung
are just
beetle?
animals.
Ever heard of the dung beetle, buddy?
Are humans animals?
Yeah.
I agree that humans are mammals. Are humans animals?
Speaking of that, Walter's a party animal.
What is that transition? What are you talking about? I'm not a party animal.
Here's the
I've talked a
denial.
lot about how
He's
I
a
don't
party
like
mammal.
parties. Yeah,
He's a party mammal.
I'm a party mammal. That's what, have you listened to anything I said?
Are we? can
What?
we-
Where was
can
that going?
we- Can we?
How am I a party animal? Please explain. I'm curious now.
Because you're a freak.
How?
At
in what,
parties.
In what regard?
I don't know. You're crazy. I have to drive you home.
We've
all
never
the
been to a
time.
party before.
Because you're like...
Oh, like a grad party, I guess. We played CrossNet.
I
Crossnet's
wasn't
fun.
there when Walter was there, but
Yeah. We just got done playing CrossNet.
we did. We played.
Wasn't-
So
wasn't-
that's where I was
wasn't-
trying to
wasn't
get
a
to.
freak then. Okay.
But then we had to go back to the...
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So we went... We came back to the abode.
Yeah, after an extravagant breakfast.
Nope. Well,
A terrible breakfast.
No,
for
Walter.
Walter.
Walter
Is
absolutely
amazing.
dreaded
Well,
going.
I did dread it. Because I
Why?
had to watch you guys eat bread and crackers and lemon rice soup.
Why do you care?
And then you made me eat more bread instead of the hash browns that I ordered.
Because Walter's gluten
It's only
free.
fair.
In case
I
any
piggyback.
listener is unaware of that.
You can eat lemon rice soup too. You could have eaten it.
Well, not after you went all gung ho and
You
soaked
actually
a cracker in there. You literally like, what happens if we soak this wheat cracker in here? I want to watch it. And then you put it in there and tamped it down with a spoon, and then you scooped it out.
Yeah, and I ate it. It was lemon rice cracker.
So any particle or remnants around that cracker was enveloped in soup
Yeah.
that he then scooped out.
Well, I don't
He
know.
didn't scoop out a dry cracker. He scooped out a cracker covered in lemon rice soup.
So you think that the soup went into the cracker and not that the gluten went from the cracker into the soup?
Yeah.
Well, do you think maybe you're just not man enough to eat gluten?
You know how many times I've heard that?
Do
Do you
people
have
actually tell
any
you that?
idea how many times I've heard that?
They said word for word
In
not
college,
man enough?
it's more common to call me a sissy baby pants for not eating gluten than it is like to make fun of my height. Like in high school, it was always like, "How tall are you?" or "How's it going, Water? How's it going, Walter White?" Those three little jabs at me was like 4 times a day. And in college, it's just like, "Well, you're not eating gluten because you're a baby."
Well, do they also talk about how hairy you are? Like a gorilla?
No one talks about how.
It's because he's a mammal. He's a hairy mammal.
Yeah,
A party mammal?
Hairy party mammal.
that's because I am more attuned with my mammal side
Besides eating gluten.
besides eating gluten.
Just
So
start
then-
eating raw meat to make up for
Yeah,
the gluten loss.
I don't like going to eat out. I don't like going places to eat because I can't eat anything there like most of the time. So excuse me if I don't know how to pay for the
You
food.
can. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Does-
that was a whole nother thing is Walter did not know how to pay for his food with a card.
Cause I'm just nervous, man.
Why?
Cause it's always different.
It's not. It
The-
actually is
There's
not.
2 different ways to
No,
pay.
there's 3, dog.
What?
Actually, there's 4.
Mail
There's cash.
mail a check,
There's cash.
pay with coins.
No, checks don't really.
Yeah, you get
no
to
one
pick
uses
that. You get to
checks.
pick if you pay with cash or card or.
Right. Okay. Cash.
So
whatever.
it's not like a
Easy
random
peasy, I know how
spur
to
of
do
the
that.
moment.
I know how to pay with cash. Card. The other 3 ways. You either swipe it, tap it, or insert it.
Literally any of them. Any of
Just
them the
pick one.
exact same
Yeah,
thing.
but every single dining establishment I've been to, the paying receptacle was different every time, including this one. So I put my card on the screen. Oh, tap is the easiest one. I'll put my card on the screen. And she's like, "No, down here."
Yes, because there's a symbol
Wait,
that
so-
shows where the card goes. You put it on the tablet screen.
So she just
I-
corrected
like it-
you,
like a
and then
moron.
you fixed it, and then you paid. It's not a big deal.
I'm sorry, that was mean.
I'm sure that's a common mistake because most of them you do tap on the screen.
Most elderly
So
people
she
don't know
probably
how to
just-
use their card.
corrected you, and I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I guess. If Logan hadn't gone first, it would have been 10 times worse.
10 times.
10 times.
Wow.
An order of magnitude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That would have been like,
She would have punched
so
Walter.
do I pay
What's
here?
would've
10 times
took the-
worse than tapping in the wrong spot?
Getting
Dropping
robbed.
my card so that slides underneath the counter. Like it's really hard to get it.
And then the entire
And-
store
yeah.
stops what they're doing.
Yeah, the record scratch. And like crickets start chirping. And then someone now needs to get like their littlest finger to grab my card off from the slit. Or they need to pick up the entire desk. Which seems pretty hard because it was like bolted to the ground.
It's pretty hard for someone who
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
eat
what's
gluten.
10 times
There's
worse.
actually no space under the counter for your card to slide under.
Okay,
either.
Sherlock Holmes. Do you know that for a fact?
Yes.
A card's pretty
While you were
thin,
paying,
pretty low
It
profile.
he
was
was
like-
looking.
Level with it was like sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
You can't slide in there. It's not. It's not how it works.
I paid for my food and then we left.
Yep.
And it was fun.
Drove home.
I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. I'm glad we went to the restaurant.
What did you dread?
Not being able to eat anything.
Well, you did
Last time I went
So
to
that's-
eat
that's an
somewhere
exaggeration,
in
but-
college, I walked in, sat down, got a glass of water, and then didn't get anything. And watched everyone else eat their food. So
That
I was
seems
kind of dreading
terrible.
that. But I didn't do that this time.
How often do restaurants not serve anything that is gluten?
Well, it's really bad at chains. Like I can't have anything at B-dubs.
Why?
Except their nachos.
They have celery.
really.
They
And
have
their
that
nachos.
just-
Their nachos
They,
suck.
they serve celery with
I
the
hate their
wings.
nachos.
Grilled chicken that's not like breaded or anything.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I didn't see that. So
Have you ever tried potato pancakes?
yeah,
Good.
they're fine.
They're fun.
They're fine.
Okay.
I'd rather put salt on those than maple syrup. Even though they share a name with pancakes and they're distant cousins to pancakes.
Wait,
See, I don't know because you put sugar on your hash browns,
Yeah.
transition that over potato pancake.
So you'd rather put
salt.
maple sugar or maple syrup on your
Hash browns. Yeah.
but salt on your potato pancakes.
Yeah. I think so. I've had both on both, but
Well, I think you think wrong.
like
Go
a
with that.
potato pancake, I want to put some cheese on that thing.
Why?
And
What?
some salt and some ketchup.
I guess I've never had one, so I can't.
And then muck it around my plate.
Anyway, we went home. We played in the pool like children, like young children.
Yeah. It was
little
like
boys.
like boys, yeah. The mammals that we are.
We played,
CrossNet H2O.
which was pretty fun. Not a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, but because we made it fun, I think.
Yeah, we changed the game like 10 times.
I think that
We were playing
regular
with our
CrossNet
feet.
is superior, but
Yeah. So, okay. For anyone who's not aware of what this game is that we keep referencing, there's like a quadrant. There's like 4 quadrants, right, by a net. So it's cut into 4 pieces. 4 people in that square, and then it's pretty much just like volleyball. You serve it. One person serves it in square 4. They square it diagonally, which would be square 2. And then...
they serve it diagonally.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
serve it diagonally, and then if it drops or you hit it out or whatever, someone will get out, and then you go back to square 1, and
Yep.
then everyone else shifts up, and you're trying to be in square 4.
Yeah, and if you play it legit, then like you only score a point if you're in the 4th square when the rally ends. But every like party setting I've been to, it's just a great game because everyone can get involved.
Yeah.
And there's always been a really long line to get in because it's quick rounds and you cycle through really fast.
Yeah.
And everyone wants to be in there as long as they can. So no one really keeps track of the score. It's just see who can be in there longer.
Right.
This
And-
time it was in water though.
Yep.
And on land it's like the net's way high up like a volleyball net and there's borders on the ground. So it's easy to see where the ball goes out. But in the pool there's no borders.
So we just played the whole length of the pool.
And it was like at our chest. Like
Yeah.
we were head and shoulders above the net height, so we had to improvise.
We played with our feet. We would serve it with our feet. Deflect it
Like
with our
monkeys.
feet. Yep.
Like mammals.
like chimps.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what we did after that exactly, but we
Somehow we
changed it a
got-
whole bunch. We're doing like only headers and no
Yeah.
hands, and
Somehow we got to playing with tips, which ended up being like the best way to play that game, I think.
which if you're unfamiliar with this game as well, you have to jump. It's like someone will throw you the ball, and it's kind of like hot potato, but
You have to catch
you have to
and
be
throw it while you're still in the air.
Yeah.
So you jump, catch, and throw it. And so that was the game. Played for like 2 hours.
got sunburned.
Drank some appy juice
Some
that I
of us-
mentioned
some of us
before.
didn't get sunburned.
I drank some appy juice. We all drank some appy juice.
Yeah, we yep. Yeah, some of us didn't get sunburned, but some of us are men.
Some of us just use
Seth soaked down.
Some of us don't want skin cancer in 30 years.
Yeah, some of us do.
Some of us want to protect ourselves from the UV rays of the sun.
Wait, so did you use SPF 50 or SPF 30?
SPF 50 plus. I was protected. No UV rays were getting into my skin.
That's good.
Not me. I didn't use sunscreen. 'Cause I'm a beast.
You have nice skin, Seth.
Thanks, man.
Just gotta lotion up every day.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
even-
he
not
does.
even- not
Okay,
even-
I actually wasn't gonna say that. I was
No.
gonna like let it pass, but speak to that, Seth.
I don't do it anymore, but while I was swimming, the chlorine ruined my skin, and I had to put lotion on every day.
Not just this
after
time swimming.
practice.
Yeah, practice swimming at high school.
Yeah.
Where Walter and I both were at too.
Yeah,
Same swim team.
yeah, but like your entire body.
Yeah.
So you could
'Cause
grab
my-
Seth in the pool
my-
and it'd be like a snake.
My skin would
we
just
called
burn.
him Slimy Seth.
Because my skin would burn. I had to put lotion on every morning after I showered, and then after practice, I'd put it on.
You know, like in old cartoons when like the big guy would just give the little guy a hug so hard that he like popped out from the top, like he squeezed him and he squirted out. That was Seth. Like he was so lubed up constantly.
Okay, that's
It helped with water polo. couldn't catch
That's
me.
true. No,
Okay,
that
but
is true.
so you would do this all year long for one game.
No,
One
I'm
practice.
just saying if you
Oh.
wanna
Yeah.
if you wanna be better at water polo, lather yourself up.
And the athletic trainer at the high school also pointed out that Seth has like the most radiant and healthy skin he's ever seen.
Because I protect myself from
Because
the
he-
harsh
he-
chemicals that
He
they put in
bathes in
pools
lotion.
that actually
probably.
Yeah.
just eat your skin.
Yeah. Smelled nice too.
Smells like a woman.
No.
Smells, looks, and feels like a woman.
It just smelled like
Does he
normal
sound like a
lotion.
woman?
I don't think it's. I
No.
don't think it had it. It didn't have a scent.
I wouldn't know if he
Just
tastes
smelled-
like a woman, but
Let us know if you're. Let us know in the comments, in the Q&A. Does Seth sound like a woman? Does he finish
Does
the?
Walter sound like a hairy party mammal?
That's true. What else did we do?
I was wearing sunglasses. You guys weren't.
Important detail.
I think so. Everyone
Um,
always complains about how the sun hurts their eyes, and then no one ever brings sunglasses. Happened all the time playing volleyball too.
It's such an inconvenience to do activities wearing glasses, and I don't want to be.
Oh wow,
the
is
nerd
it?
Who,
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like
Walter's wearing glasses right now.
I would hate to have bad eyesight and have to wear glasses because doing things that and they're like bouncing around in your face, that would be terrible, and I don't want to be the nerd with like goggles on or like a strap around my glasses so they don't
Yeah.
fall off.
I would wear goggles.
So, should have to raw dog it, I guess.
That's
So
insane.
have you ever needed like correction lenses or your eyesight was bad? You just like go straight to contacts?
I would also never wear contacts.
Yeah, contacts.
I
freaks
So
me
you
out.
would just have
I'm
bad
lucky.
vision.
I don't know. I would also hate to have bad vision, but I also hate to wear glasses. I guess I'd just try.
We're in a predicament
know.
now.
I would get glasses and then try them, and if they were really annoying, I would try contacts, and if those were also really annoying, I guess I'd just pick the
You get really tiny
the
circle
least
glasses.
of all the evils.
How common is 20/20 vision?
Probably the most common.
Really?
Absolutely.
Really? You think 20/20 vision?
Every
is the
time that
most
I've
common?
went in, I've had 20/20 vision. So
Yeah, I always
therefore,
have 20/20 vision.
most common.
But like, okay, a third
Case
of
closed.
all men have male pattern baldness. So like, what's like the ratio? How many
Hey.
people?
A third of all men have male pattern baldness.
I've got
There's
hair.
3 of us here, and one of us doesn't have the best hairline.
The male pattern baldness gene also passes through the mother's side.
Interesting.
And if you couldn't tell who among us has the bad hairline,
Among Us.
it's the guy who knows all the stuff about male pattern baldness.
We drink apple juice. If you care to know.
They do care. That's why I said it.
That's
Well,
like
I
the
said it
third
right
time.
That is like the
Okay,
third
well,
time.
I'm saying it in chronological order, exactly what happened.
Yeah, well, I'm
I'm
saying
like
it-
in the
I'm
middle of
saying in order
explaining what we had for
import.
breakfast, and then Walter's like, "We had apple juice. We had apple juice."
Yeah, because it's yummy.
Like a child.
Happy juice.
Appy juice.
It was fine. It was good.
Arguably the best.
No,
the
no,
best
argument.
juice.
The best.
No.
It is the best juice.
It's like how apples are the best fruit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Like, listen,
Fully
I would
incorrect.
rather eat raspberries, but apples are portable, bro. They're so easy to
And
walk
raspberries
around.
are not.
Well, you
What?
have to carry like a bunch of raspberries in like
And
a
also-
container
No,
or
you don't.
something.
Also,
you just carry one.
If you dropped a raspberry, it would splat on the floor.
Not true.
If you had
If you
loose
whip
raspberries
it,
in your
if
pocket,
you
would
throw
have a
it as
stained
hard,
pocket.
you act like it's an egg. You act like
If you
a
had
raspberry
if you
is
had
like an egg.
raspberries in a container, like a plastic container, in your pocket, you would have a stained pocket. Whereas an apple, I leave to go to work every day with an
Okay.
apple in my pocket and I eat it in the car.
I have braces and I can't eat apples. There's
Oh,
an inconvenience
really?
there.
Cut them up. I don't know.
Cut them up with what?
With a knife. What,
Oh,
what
so
do
now,
you
so
mean?
now, so now I'm carrying
kind
a
of
knife
question is
and an
that?
apple in my pocket, versus just some
Yeah.
strawberries or
I-
some
you should-
raspberries.
Also, apple pies, a staple. Apple juice, a staple.
Nope,
You know how
those are
many
actually pies.
juices
Those aren't
use apple
staples,
juice
buddy.
as the base of
Those
their
aren't
juice?
staples.
Cran
Those are
apple.
pies.
Okay, well, okay, yes, crane apple and like raz apple, those juices. But I mean like peach juice. Like
Good.
40% of that is apple juice.
Nope.
Yes, it is. That's true.
What about pomegranate juice?
Yeah,
What do you mean, yeah?
it's like apple juice is the basis of all other juices because to save money, it's cheap.
Where do you get your knowledge from?
Marketing Mondays. Presented by Atrioc.
What about cranberry juice?
Yep. Okay, we can go down this road. You can name all
What
the
about
juices.
orange juice?
The answer's the same.
What
Actually,
about, what about carrot juice?
I lied. Orange juice might be different. I don't know.
Carrot juice.
You're, how are you gonna juice a carrot?
That's
That's,
a,
that's a real drink.
thing.
That's a real drink.
You,
No, I know it's a real
you
drink.
put them in a juicer.
Yeah, I know, but like
Carrots don't have juice? What? Is this what you're saying, Walter?
carrots have juice. But
Speaking of the best of kinds of foods, carrots are the best vegetable, I think.
really?
Yes.
I like snap peas. I like radishes.
No, snap peas
I
go
like
bad pretty
snap
easily.
peas and those are such random.
I agree. Carrots. I think carrots are the best
vegetables
vegetable.
to-
Okay, I don't want the most common four as my favorite. I like carrots. I like
You guys
celery.
ever had banana
Carrots are
juice
just-
before?
Huh? What?
How do you juice a banana?
I don't know, probably the same way you juice any other fruit.
Actually, think about it. Juice a carrot.
Banana juice. I've never heard
Banana
of
juice
You
would
don't
just,
really
like, be
juice
so
a
thick.
carrot. You like grind it up
And you drink the pulp.
and get rid of the pulp.
What about lemon juice? Jack got apple juice in it? No. Didn't think so. What about?
I meant most commercial juices.
about
you
tomato
buy at the grocery
juice?
store.
I think it's more than
Okay.
half are not made with apple juice.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of juices have apple juice as a base. That was my point.
What about apple juice?
Apple juice has a lot of apple juice as its base.
Does it have 100%?
If it's Mott's apple juice is 100% real apple juice. Fun fact, no sugar added.
What's your favorite brand of apple juice?
Mott's.
The one that your mom got.
Is that Real
It's from
Valley?
Aldi,
Nature
I
Valley?
think. It's at Aldi.
Not Nature Valley.
Mott's
Yeah,
has
Aldi.
the best apple juice,
No.
apple sauce,
Nope.
Don't say it.
and fruit snacks.
No, it's not the best fruit snacks.
What's the best fruit snack?
Welch's.
Absolutely.
Welch's are
Absolutely.
they're like too gummy. They're like
Mott's make my stomach hurt. I don't know why, but every
Okay,
time I have
well,
Welch's,
gluten makes your stomach
also,
hurt.
when things are gummy, they have to be coated in a powder, so they don't stick to stuff. I love that powder. That powder on Welch's fruit snacks
I hate that
tastes
powder
so
because
good.
Mott's doesn't have that powder and
Yeah.
they're like kind of sticky.
Yes,
I
that's
don't-
disgusting.
I think it's just
Mott's
flour,
sticks to
I,
your
right?
teeth.
I eat.
Mott's
yes,
feel like it's
absolutely.
stuck everywhere.
It's probably just like flour or something, right?
Flour?
Like isn't that what they usually put on foods to coat them so they don't stick to things?
It's the same thing they put on cheese,
Oh.
like shredded cheese.
Oh yeah, I make cheese, so I know exactly what that is.
I think it's not the same thing they put on cheese.
I
think
could
it is.
agree with
Cheese
that.
is like an actual coating.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They just sprinkle some magic dust on those gummies.
Yeah, and it makes it.
And Mott's doesn't have that, so it's not. Like
So they
that,
don't have
that
the magic dust.
is probably like some kind of like red 40 thing that like those like TikTokers will tell you is gonna kill you in 10 years. That's why Mott's
Okay,
is better.
Grandpa. Those TikTokers will tell you that they're going to kill you in 10 years.
Okay.
Mott's are terrible.
You probably drink
I like
red
Welch's
40
more.
with a side of apple juice.
Red 40. Have you ever seen the videos of where like they dump Red 40 in a river and the fish like go crazy?
No, okay, that's not actually red 40.
Oh,
That's
it's not.
No, it's like chumming.
No, I thought that was Red 40.
No, that's just for the joke.
I've been-
that's just for the red
I've been
40
getting
joke.
got by those videos for almost like 6 months now. I thought those were real. I thought it was Red 40. And I was like, that explains why nerd gummies were so good. Because I'm a fish.
Okay, dude. Yep. Is a fish a mammal?
No.
No.
That's such a dumb question.
It's so, that was really stupid.
I'm asking for people in the audience, dude.
I think they can just
It's fish
even if
and
they
mammal.
didn't know
No,
that
it's
they
a
could
fish.
Google that and get an answer.
There are fish,
Well,
reptiles.
look, the time that they
there
would
are
have Googled
5.
this,
Look,
they
each
got an
finger has
answer right
one.
away.
Fish, reptiles, mammals, birds, insects.
Fish is its own category.
Mm-hmm.
It's lame.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, well,
Some biology class probably said that, where like the Animalia kingdom, where like prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells,
I
and then
didn't-
breaks down somewhere.
Never learned anything in biology.
Oh. Do you remember the steps of mitosis?
I just told you I didn't learn anything in biology.
I don't remember the steps at all.
Walter, would you rather? Would you rather be able to sleep for 1 hour and be fully rested,
Okay. Already, I'm leaning towards that one. Go for it.
or eat anything
Uh huh.
and have perfect nutrition from it.
As in, like, I could eat.
Chocolate cake, and you would have a perfect balance.
I was gonna use chocolate cake as my example too.
That's great, man.
Wow, you guys should kiss.
Eat chocolate cake and get like the taste and experience of eating chocolate cake, but then like
Absolutely.
have a balanced meal of like rice and chicken.
Absolutely. Whatever you want.
Definitely sleep an hour and be
Okay,
full rested.
okay, dude. Build up the one.
Like,
Why? Why?
Then I'd be saving 7 hours. I have 7 more hours in my day.
Okay, what if I add this little curve in it? How about that happens, but everyone else has that as well. So working hours are now like 16-hour days are normal.
Okay, then the cake one.
No.
Because then I could just eat dirt.
I mean,
I could chew on gravel. And
But that I don't think that's the point of it because
that is
you
a
just
superpower.
You don't want to eat gravel.
Yeah, but
The point is like I could eat cookies and still have perfect health.
Okay,
not, like,
gravel's extreme because obviously
'cause,
I
like,
can't digest rocks. But
you'd
like,
be able to eat the things you want to eat and not.
do I have to eat the same quantity? Like, is one cherry the same nutritional value as like a balanced meal?
no.
Or do I? Or so what's the metric? Is it based
When
on
you
weight?
get full,
Is it
then
based
you're
on weight?
full. How about that?
So okay,
You eat and you get full. There's a
but
full
it tastes
meal.
like how the object is, right?
It's the same object.
Same object, but I get the same nutritional value.
You eat one cherry, you're not getting 10 ribeyes.
Okay, what's
of
like a super
protein.
cheap thing to eat?
Rice.
Yes.
But rice is already pretty healthy and
Yeah, but you can get protein from this rice.
Yeah,
Calcium and
and sugar.
iron and
I would eat Twizzlers every day. Final answer.
why?
Did I win?
Why Twizzlers?
I can't.
Why?
Eat Twizzlers.
You just
I
eat the
lied. I'm
worst.
sorry, I lied to you guys.
why
I
can't you
eat
eat Twizzlers?
They have gluten
They have
in them.
gluten in them.
What process does wheat take place in making Twizzlers?
Make them thicker.
Well, they're not that good anyway, so.
Okay.
What about black licorice? Can you eat that?
No.
Why?
Do you eat licorice?
Yep.
Did everyone in your family give you the black jelly beans when you were growing up?
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting.
They're not terrible.
It's pretty bad.
No.
the
Well,
brown jelly beans that are either like chocolate or dog barf or something? I don't
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
What it was.
No, that's
Oh,
Bean
yeah.
Boozled. Like
Bean
Yeah.
Boozled.
the standard bag of jelly beans, Jelly Belly jelly beans, has black as licorice flavored.
Or what?
No, it's not. It's not Bean Boozled.
oh my
It's
bad.
just
No,
licorice.
Walter, you don't understand. Every jelly bean has two flavors that it could be.
You're just lucky you get the good bags all
You
the
get the,
time.
you get the good one every time.
They sell them separately, though. They sell good bags and they have the bad. You could just eat a bag of the bad. Vomit, spoiled milk, human feces, dog feces.
That's not funny.
It's really funny. It's pretty funny. Well, went to a graduation party yesterday. Some animals in the room.
Some party animals.
Party amphibians.
You know, they should make a game called that.
Party animals?
Yeah, that was funny because they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who's they?
It's a Game Pass exclusive. I don't know who made it. What's your least favorite Game Pass game?
I don't have a Game Pass. I don't play
Yeah,
Xbox.
neither do I.
don't play video
I
games
also
anymore.
wouldn't have a least favorite if I did.
I don't play video games anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm busy
Yeah.
working. Speaking
Yeah.
of working.
Oh my gosh, that's what I knew I did something cool.
Yeah, steal my thunder, I guess. What's cool?
Well, I don't have to tell you.
Oh. What, you're just going to say it and not.
I went to the Olympic trials on Friday.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask about this.
Yeah. It was like, I'm not gonna say once in a lifetime experience, but it was just really, it felt like it. You know, it was really cool.
Did it make you cry?
No,
No.
but I'm not gonna say like it's the best live event I've ever been to, because I've seen the Chicago Symphony before, and that was like breathtaking. That was incredible too. But it's up there. It's I would gladly go back and see those things again in the next 4 years. I've never been inside a football stadium before, and it was held in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, and it was like that. Also, in and of itself, was just crazy. It's so big in there. So much room.
A lot bigger than Lowell High School. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And I mean, I saw world-class athletes at the top of their game becoming Olympians. It was crazy. They did a really nice job of hyping the athletes up, and like they had their own promos and stuff on this big screen, and whenever they won, they would like play their specific promo. It was really cool.
This could be you, except you quit.
Oh my gosh!
You let all
bro.
of your dreams die. How do you feel about that?
Let's talk about
Do
that.
you actually think, honest to God, it could be me?
Could be.
I'm serious now.
I'm dead serious as well.
I'm looking you in your eyes, Logan Woodworth.
I'm looking directly back.
You
Yes,
think it's possible
yes.
that I could?
If it's truly if you like truly wanted to be an Olympic swimmer,
Mm-hmm.
definitely possible. Not right now,
Sure, yeah.
without swimming.
But you think like it's like if I set my mind to it, it's possible?
Absolutely.
Seth, what do you think?
Like an Olympic winner, or like be in the Olympics to swim,
I think
like a part of Michael Phelps' crew.
his posse
Yeah.
pulling up to Paris, all the homies pulling up to Paris. Michael Phelps gets out with all this telling behind him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess we'll never know.
Have you guys ever aspired to be at that level? Swimming's weird because I think a lot of kids dream about being the NBA long before they dream of being in the Olympics for basketball, if ever, you know? Like, because the NBA is the highest paid sport in the world. If you're an NBA athlete,
Yeah, but then
You're
the
paid a
Olympics
lot
are
more.
like the top level of athletes.
yeah,
It's
I
like a
know,
step
and that's why
above.
I like it. And for swim, yes, there are the worlds, like the world championships every year, but like the Olympics is swimming's crowning achievement. You know, I don't think soccer or football or tennis, you know, really look at the Olympics the same way swimming does or track and field do.
Probably not.
I think
we have the World Cup,
I think like
Yeah.
like
which is
the-
every 4
exactly
years.
the World Cup. No, I thought World Cup every 6.
Is it 6?
I'm pretty sure it's every
I know
6.
nothing about soccer.
I'm pretty sure World Cup's every 6.
You play soccer. You should know this.
like
I'm not a World Cup player.
I
I
don't
don't
have
watch
to be a
soccer
World
that-
Cup
I
player to
don't watch
know
soccer
how
that
often
much.
it happens.
Correct me if
It's
I'm
like one
wrong,
of the biggest
but-
sporting events.
But I think that the big
I think
3
it's 4.
events are sports for the Olympics are swimming, track and field, and gymnastics. I mean, those are the only 3 that I watch every 4 years, like without a fail. Without fail, I watch those every 4 years. And like, if sand volleyball's on, that's pretty cool to me. I watched the skateboarding a little bit in Tokyo because it was new that year. That was pretty cool.
I only watch snowboarding during the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, Winter Olympics is a hard sell. I tune into like, I'll watch highlights of the biathlon, because to me, cross country skiing and rifle is such a weird combination to have as a sport. So I watch that sometimes. The slalom. I think slalom is the one I like watching the most. I don't like skeleton. I don't like luge. I don't like bobsledding. I don't really like. There's one where like it's ski jumping, but you do a flip. You do flips and tricks. Don't like that one. I'd rather just watch ski jumping. Yeah, Winter Olympics. Sorry guys, it's kind of hard to. I've always wanted to watch hockey, Winter Olympics hockey, but like it's never on. I've never been able to find it.
I feel like hockey's a hard sport to get into, like as a fan.
No,
I
I actually would argue it's one of the easiest sports to get into. I think, I mean, before I went to the trials, I would have said that watching a hockey game in person is the best live sporting event. I think.
It's just so different from all the other ball sports. Like I feel like
Yeah.
basketball and football are really easy to get into, and then baseball's a little more complicated with how it works and like what's happening.
Yeah.
But I think it's also pretty easy.
Yeah.
But then like just because those are the sports that most Americans, like watch. I think it's hard to go from that to hockey just because of the contrast.
What about to soccer?
I think soccer Americans just don't care about it, but it's similar to, it's like basically like how we look at basketball or football.
Yeah.
It's just for the rest of the world.
I think that will change though, because we are hosting the next World Cup, correct?
I don't know. You
I
asked
think
me
we
as
are.
if I'm like
Well,
the
because you
head.
played soccer, dude.
Yeah, I don't play for the World Cup. It is every 4 years, by the way.
It did it every 4 years. Interesting. Muy interesante.
I don't know if it is more important than the Olympics or not.
World Cup?
Mm-hmm.
I think
I
it
think
that's like
definitely
like
is.
for the
I think it's
country.
World
way
Cup is
bigger,
definitely more
too.
important than the Olympics.
You're 100% sure. This is
Yeah,
a
I
fact.
I think players care about it a lot more too, right?
Yeah.
Than
I
being
think
on an
so.
Olympic team.
I mean, I've watched the Beckham documentary and I've watched other soccer stuff, and it's like the way these athletes talk about it. They never once brought up the Olympics,
Maybe they never went. Maybe they weren't good enough.
or they were too good.
Too-
Like it was beneath them. I don't know.
Okay, well, Olympic soccer has to be above like a yearly, like seasonal game. So, I don't know if they talk strongly about. Oh, we're going up against Barcelona. There's gonna be a really good game. The Olympics has to be above that. By I'd say a pretty good margin. But
The next in 2026, the World Cup will be held in America,
interesting.
and in 2028, the Olympics will be held in LA. So
2 years later
America's got some
in LA.
bumping stuff coming up.
LA.
LA.
Oh. Should have hosted it here.
Here is in Indiana, like in Indy, or here is in like our backyard.
No, not that close, but like
I think
in the Midwest.
Olympics in Indiana would go terribly.
It would actually be, yeah. It'd be
No,
bad.
I think we Ohio.
There's a lot of
That'd be
space. You can just take some random cornfield and build whatever you wanted. It's a lot of room, but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would. I think at that point, just do it in Chicago.
I don't think they should host it in Chicago. I think that's a bad idea.
I also think it's
I think it's a bad idea, but if I was planning the Olympics and it was like, oh my gosh, should we do it in the Midwest? Well, Chicago, I guess. It's where you're gonna pull in the most people, make the most money.
I just think because I've lived near Chicago for so long, my view of it is like skewed. Because everyone in Rose who was not near Chicago like thought really highly of Chicago. It was really weird.
I've learned that people who don't live around here think that Chicago is very cool, because I was talking to someone and there's a kid from Hawaii who goes to PNW, and I asked how he ended up there, and they said that a lot of foreign people go there, or not like foreign, but like people
outside of
outside
the U.S.
of
Yeah,
the Midwest,
outside the
and
Midwest.
outside of the coastal U.S. because they think Chicago is very cool. And
Till they get there.
they were asking, like, why people who live near here don't go to Chicago all the time. Like, they're like, if I lived here, I'd be in Chicago, be in downtown Chicago every day,
See,
see all this nice stores and all
okay,
this cool stuff. And it's like, I don't.
I've been to Chicago a lot, and it's always been predominantly like the south side of Chicago. So I see that side a lot more, and I just don't like it. It sucks. And that's not due to like the south side of Chicago residents. It's just like every city has that financial segmentation.
Okay.
And because like it's hard to manage that. I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I've just been around like the mismanaged parts of Chicago enough to just not like it. And when I've been to downtown Chicago, it's fine. You know, it's yes, it's imposing and impressive. It's unique in that it's on this like no other place in the world has the Great Lakes, right? And this massive city with all this industry is right on this lake. It's pretty cool. My favorite part of Chicago is the Adler Planetarium and how it jets out into the lake, and you can see Navy Pier, maybe like a half mile across the lake. I love that viewpoint.
I've probably been to Chicago like 10, 15 times in my life, and I live 45 minutes away from it.
Yeah, I don't really like.
Which
it's fine.
I admit is kind of weird, but I
think
don't
I've been
see
even
the
less than
same
that.
attraction.
Like, what would we do there?
Look
I
at the
don't know.
bean.
Oh my gosh,
The bean is so lame.
it's so lame.
You could lick the bean. That's what people do, right?
Yeah, I guess you could lick the bean.
Lick the whole thing.
Like it's a novel
360.
concept. Like, do you think Chicago natives appreciate the bean? Like,
Yes.
do you think they're like so glad
They go there and
they
lick
wake
it
up
every day.
and feel blessed to live in the same city that the bean occupies?
I don't
I
think they
think
worship
if you
it.
live in Chicago, you probably hate a lot of things about your own life.
Hey man, fair enough.
I just feel like living in Chicago or like living in a dense city in an apartment just has to be terrible unless you own the apartment or it's a very large apartment, like a lot of room, nice like view and windows and stuff. But if you're just like living in a crappy apartment, so I think most people just live in the Chicago suburbs. It's way nicer, and then you just commute and work in Chicago.
Interesting. Do you know what I did the other day?
Do tell.
Do you drink apple juice?
I did that today. I think it was Thursday night. Went to work, right? Came home. My girlfriend wanted to go to the drive-in movies late at night. 2 movies at play, or at least the one near us. 2 movies that play. That place has been there since like the 50s. I only stayed for 1 movie because I have work the next morning that I have to get up early for. So, left. The movie started at 8:30. Got home at like 11:30. Went to bed. Slept for, what is that? Like 5 hours, I think. I slept in from 4 to 4:30. I let myself get a little bit extra sleep. And then went to work the next day. On top of that, I was trying to like push out an episode on Thursday, which I did do. So, that's where episode 8 came from. I was really trying to crunch down on that. At the movie theater, while I'm watching the movie, I'm sitting there like working on stuff to upload it at 10 p.m. So,
Okay.
we'll see you guys. See you guys next week.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Okay, rewind.
I have a recommendation to give to the listeners out there.
Okay.
I think you should start your own podcast.
And be in direct competition with us?
Or start listening to podcasts. Pick one. One of the 2.
Dang, I like that one more.
Start listening to
So-
podcasts more. If you're listening to this one and you don't listen to anything else, I think you should listen to other stuff.
I thought you were asking them to listen to this podcast more, and I was gonna say, how are they if they're already listening?
Okay, well, some people just listen to one episode and they're like,
I guess.
Yeah,
Gee, that was
then-
good.
Then they wouldn't be listening to this one.
they could be. This could be their first time listening. Just right now.
Okay.
listen to some other podcasts because there's a lot of good stuff out there. Not just us. Okay, but all right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you guys.